In this video, we're going to take a look at the top 5 figures released in 2023. Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to 16 Figure Focus. Happy Christmas, and you're watching the first video of the 12 Days of Christmas 2023 playlist. I did this last year, I'm doing it again this year. So yeah, let's get started. The first one I wanted to take a look at is the top 5 figures of 2023. Now, these are not my opinions. These aren't the top 5 figures that I bought or the top 5 pickups. These are figures that were released in this calendar year in 2023. And they're voted for by people who engage my channel, subscribers, people who watch, people who filled out basically the Mentimeter and all the different data points. So how I compiled this, first of all, is I compiled a kind of a short list of nominees. I added some myself. I spoke to my panel members on the Hope Show every Monday. I engaged with the chat and took some feedback from them. I put up a poll and a kind of a question on the community tab of my YouTube. I also posted a Mentimeter poll where people could then vote for the nominees. So I put together a short list. I got feedback from the community, and then when I put together the shortlist, I put up like a poll on the Mentimeter. I posted that to my Instagram story. I posted that into the chat in the Hope Show on Monday night, and I posted it also onto the community tab as well of the channel, you know, a link to it. So this isn't my opinion. This is what the votes came back. I did vote, but I only voted once. Right, let's take a look. Right, so coming in at number 5 was the HotToys 1/6 scale Mando Luke. I have this figure in hand. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's a definition of a triple threat. Love the character, love the source material, and love this particular version. Growing up as a kid, I always loved the look of Luke in Return of the Jedi. And like a lot of us, I always thought the cloak was black, but it was actually really, really dark brown. And I actually prefer this because it gave him more of like a Sith look. Obviously, he's a Jedi, but he just looked like an absolute badass then. The season finale of Mandalorian, just the way he just tore through all those dark troopers. Just a very well written, well acted, well choreographed. Special effects were great, piece of work, grand. So what I like about this figure is, as much as yes, it's based on CGI Mark Hamill, CGI Luke, I thought it came out really well. A lot of people are swapping out the hairpiece. I don't mind the hairpiece. That's what he looked like actually in the show. Now, granted, they did recreate him again using like deepfake technology or CGI, whatever it's called, and made him look even better, and the voice and the movement and stuff like that in the Book of Boba Fett. But yeah, this is a fantastic figure. The head sculpt is on point. It looks like he did in the season finale of Mandalorian, season 2 finale. I love the cloak, drapes quite well. I know a lot of people, I think they've got Jackson Jew and kind of custom ones. I actually really like this stock cloak. I think it works really well for what I want with it. The tunic underneath is way more impressive than I actually thought it would be. It makes me almost want to display it without the cloak. So what I've done is a compromise. I've got myself a CCFL because I don't like those. This obviously doesn't have a LED lightsaber. It missed the cut. It was announced before those LED lightsabers started to become a standard. We're seeing them now. We saw them in Grand Inquisitor. Reva has one, and basically I think everyone after that is going to have them. So this one, unfortunately, doesn't have the LED powered lightsaber. It does come with a lightsaber. They're battery powered, and let's be honest, they're not great. This was the first figure I bought a CCFL for, and I gotta say, it absolutely sets it off. It just looks like he's holding that bright green lightsaber. And in such a way where it opens the cloak. If you want to watch my collection tour video, you'll see what I mean. So it kind of reveals some of that tunic because the tailoring underneath is top notch. Absolute banger of a figure. I can see why it made it into the top 5. Number 4, there's actually tied. Again, I'm going to show you all the data later on. I'm going to show you the numbers and the voting as it came back from the poll that I put up with the Mentimeter. But number 4 was tied with 2 figures, Moon Knight and Cad Bane. Now, Moon Knight, I wasn't a particular big fan of the show. However, you can't deny that the cape on this and the way the figure turned out actually looks phenomenal. So I see a lot of people complimenting the proportions, just the kind of the sculpted hood and it's not material kind of solves a problem. Because otherwise it'd be kind of flopping around, it'd be hard to get it looking like that. So I think they've actually made the right call on that. People also like the kind of it's kind of hit and miss, I suppose. I like the moon backdrop, but people are kind of don't like the diamond base. But anyway, the figure itself, basically, a lot of people liked. I've heard people raving about the cape, and even people who don't like the show picked it up and they're very, very happy because they have that representation in. So yeah, I actually really, really like the details of the moon. You can see all the craters in the moon on his chest. So that is number 4, joint with Cad Bane, a figure I do have in hand. I gotta say, Wasn't a fan of the Book of Boba Fett, but episodes 5 and 6 of the Book of Boba Fett are basically like Mandalorian 2.5. Some of the best Star Wars media I've ever seen, sandwiched in this very, very lackluster show. This guy was one of the standout moments for me. Have I watched Clone Wars? I have. Did it blow my mind? Certain episodes did. I would definitely entertain the thought of going back and watching key episodes, but I didn't want to skip anything. I don't think it was worth the time investment. I think the good episodes are really, really strong, but there's a lot of filler there. But every time this guy came up in the Clone Wars, I was really, really impressed. And I was really, really impressed when he walked out of the desert in that scene and confronted Cobb Vanth. Just what's not to like? The design, I think they did a great job at moving him, changing him from the Clone Wars version and putting the live action. I know a lot of people are not happy with the hat being undersized, but it's the real life representation. Some things that would work in a comic book don't work in a movie. Some things that work in a computer game don't work in a movie. And some things, like a massive oversized hat, might not necessarily work in live action. I actually think that the hat's fine, but I can understand as well. People want the kind of more oversized hat. I get that. Really, really like the blue. They've actually nailed the sculpt on this. Of course, it's an alien-like creature. They tend to do very well with the alien-like creatures, and got those red eyes as well. I love the breathing apparatus when it comes into the back. The trench coat as well that they have, the tailoring on it is a tall figure as well. Comes with a bunch of different mouth plates, and it comes with oh, is it Toto 360 or Todd 360? Toto 360? Please correct me in the comment section below. Completely see how this made it into the top 5. Fantastic figure. Coming in at number 3, just released like not even a week ago, the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Robert Pattinson Batman. Now, Inart obviously still haven't released theirs, but this one, from what I can see, the sculpt, the cowl looks great. Loving all the little battle damage and nicks and cuts and stuff like that. Has rolling eyes function. The cowl, a few different mouth plates as well. This definitely looks like Robert Pattinson. 2 different capes it comes with, a bunch of other accessories, especially if you get into the deluxe. You can actually get it with the signal, the modular base, the squirrel suit. Comes with an unmasked head sculpt as well, with 2 different configurations, 2 different hair pieces. The regular one, like as if the Bruce Wayne look, which, let's be honest, you're never going to look like that because, or you're never going to use that because you can't use it as a custom Bruce Wayne because he has the mascara in his eyes, so that's pointless. And you wouldn't really use it if he's posed with the suit because his hair is too neat. It's the messy hair, which I think is the better one. But look, comes with a bunch of stuff, and a lot of people were very, very impressed. Coming in at number 2, the Inart rooted hair Joker. This is a photo I took myself. I absolutely love this character, and I just think it's fantastic. Everything from the rooted hair to the paint applications to the sculpture, the fact that you can move the eyeballs, even though it's absolutely tedious and it's annoying to take off the back of the scalp with the rooted hair attached onto it. The tailoring is very good. The weathering on the tailoring has a lot of layers. This guy has a shirt, a tie, a waistcoat, a jacket, and then the purple jacket and the chain wallet and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot going on there. It had potential to be bulky, but it wasn't. Stunning looking piece. There was definitely people who had issues with the magnetic base, and part of that could be the user error, but also part of that could be the way the Joker's shoes are shaped. The heels are flat, the balls of the feet are flat, but the front of the toes curl up, so it naturally can bend forward at times. But the joints are very good. I've got the jail cell version next to me. Really, really stiff. Absolute stunning piece. Now, obviously, you know that this is not my list because I would have put this figure number 1. Spoiler alert for my figure of the year. Just quick recap, actually, before I go through your picks or the community's picks for figure of the year 2023. Coming in at number 5, you have the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Mando Luke. Joint at number 4, you have the Hot Toys Moon Knight and Hot Toys Cad Bane based on his look in the Book of Boba Fett. At number 3, the Robert Pattinson Hot Toys the Batman. At number 2, the Inart rooted hair Joker. But coming in at number 1, the pick was the figure of the year 2023. No surprises, the Inart Gandalf, which, let's face it, the head sculpt's amazing. The rooting on the beard and the hair. I mean, look, being completely emotionless and logical and looking at this objectively, you can't deny how good this figure is. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan. I'm a fair word Lord of the Rings fan. Haven't read the books. Love the original trilogy. Wasn't a fan of The Hobbit, but even Lord of the Rings fans sometimes they're not really fans of The Hobbit. Rolling eyes function, a great head sculpt, which I was a bit sketchy of when they first announced the prototype images, but yeah, the tailoring and everything and the accessories and a very elegant base. I actually quite like that base. So that was the number 1. I'm just going to show you the voting. So after taking information from conversations, well, obviously put forward a few nominations myself, and then my panel members on the Hope Show, and then people in the chat, subscribers, troopers and commanders, channel memberships, people who responded to the polls and everything I put together a shortlist. This was the shortlist. It was Inart Joker, Inart Gandalf, Cad Bane, Peacemaker, Sam Wilson, Calf, the Mark III 2.0, Mando Luke, Besman Luke Moonlight, Prank Villain from Mars Toys, The Batman, Wolverine 1973, Robocop, and Kurt Cobain from Blitzway. So that was the voting, and here you can clearly see that Inart was first, Inart Gandalf was first, Inart Joker was second, the Hot Toys The Batman was third, and then joint fourth was Cad Bane Moonlight, and then finally Mando Luke coming in number 5. So that was, there you have it, the top 5 figures of 2023 as voted from the subscribers of my channel. So look, I'll see you back here tomorrow on the 26th, Stephen's Day or Boxing Day, depending where you are in the world, for video number 2 or day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas 2023 playlist. So that's the end of the video. If you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know your number 1 figure of 2023. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Give me your top 5. You can also follow me on Instagram and on X. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.